Hello everyone. So about our post management information system. This one is our last lectures regarding the management information system. So just we are going to complete first what of our syllabus suggest what kind of things we need to consider. After few minutes, we will taking care of the revision. In that part, we will discuss what the problems, what are the questions in the coming exam. So we will discuss all these points. So first we are start to complete these lectures. So originally management information system is a kind of subject which one is not like proper computer science related or not proper is management perspective. It is part of the both like they consider IT also, they consider management also. So whenever any organization, any industry want to plan something, like they just want to involve some kind of information technology in their organization, so what they're planning behalf of IT in behalf of management because management who is taking the decisions to involve that kind of technology and technology representative like we can say who is developing that kind of software or how they are going to decide. So decision making to implementations, all these part are like combinedly complete the management information system. That is our subject is suggested. So in today's lectures, we are considering what is the learning objective related to IT functions, what is the IT functions, what are the challenges regarding the information technology, what is the IT environment right now. We're talking about the modern information technology environment. What is the media impact if we are going with any kind of information technology? There is two type of like one is centralization and second one is decentralization. Centralization is suggesting us like anything which one is part of that particular functions. Like if I am talking about IT, so each and every systems, every devices, if they are controlled by someone, it is centralized location. So we can say that is part of your centralization. If decentralization out there, which means there is no dedicated monitoring, there is no dedicated central discussion of point where you start, how you are maintaining this kind of things, regardless which kind of operations you are and how we are managing internet information technology regarding security in any organization in any enterprises and what are the plan regarding vendor related. So vendor, what is the vendor? Vendors, which one is third parties, which one is a company, which regarding any material, regarding any function. So how we are going to adjust them. Then what is the key aspect regarding the vendor management? So so first, what are the challenges when we are managing IT function? So any IT kind of technology, if any organization, any enterprises is going to involve. So in that part, what are the key challenges when they are going to manage these kind of functions? So we all know because technology is improving day by day, which means there is rapid technological advancement out there. So who is governing that IT, which means IT managers, so IT managers face the constant challenges of keeping up with the rapidly evolving technologies. They always stay updated with new trends. Always they evaluate what kind of emerging technologies out there. And according to that, it is not like they don't know where that kind of technologies come. So they always keen to focus on these point. After all, they make according to that informed decisions. So if new technology out there, how they are going to involve that technology in their enterprises. So if they are not like updated, that means they can't take decision on like time. So which one they, if they are not updated, that means they can't make these decisions on time. So we need to always focus IT managers always updated regarding that to making informed decisions on their adoptions can be whenever they demand, like their organization demand right now. So they can suggest you for that part. Along with like resource allocation. So IT managers must efficiently allocate resources, including budget, personals, which means what kind of human resources required, what kind of infrastructure required. So what is the organization IT needs? According to that, they decide the resources. So that is also challenging part always. So balancing the allocations of resources across various project and initiative can be a complex task. So which one is also challenging? Complex IT infrastructure. So we all know what is the IT infrastructure, like how we are managing our computers, our internet, our servers. So all the IT resources, that is really making a complex structure. So how we are going to structure that functions. So it is always challenging. What is the traditional approaches they do? Like what are the existing plan out there for, regarding their infrastructure. So organizations often have complex IT infrastructures comprising multiple systems, platforms, and applications. Managing and integrating these components, ensuring interoperability, and maintaining overall system performance can be challenging. Along with what is the cybersecurity threats, we all know if our presence on the internet, which means all the networks are connected with our website, our tools, our data. So how we are going to protect our data? So with the increased frequency and sophistications of cyber threats, IT managers must address what kind of things they are going to address. They they address the ever-present risk of data breaches. Data breaches means no one can easily access your data. So they need to control over that. So how they are going to prevent the data? So they mm, address the ever-present risk of data breaches, hacking attempts, in other cybersecurity vulnerabilities, implementing robust security measures and staying proactive in identifying and mitigating risk is a crucial part. In other way, there is change management. So what is the change management do? Like in your organization, you are adopting something new. So how you are going to convince all kind of stakeholders, all kind of managers. So how we are going to uh, suggest them to adopt this kind of technology. So introducing new technologies, systems or processes can faces resistance and require effective change management strategies. IT managers must navigate organizational culture, train employees, and ensure a smooth transition to the new IT solutions. IT governance and compliances, IT managers need to ensure compliance with regulations, industry standards, and internet politics related to data privacy, security, and IT governance. Maintaining compliances can involve complex processes and ongoing monitoring. So we all aware about that, what kind of governance and compliances IT are out there regarding that kind of tools, that kind of standard. Vendor management, IT managers often rely on the external vendors for software, hardware, and IT service. So who is like partner with that kind of particular process? So how we are going to manage vendor relationship, negotiating contract, and ensuring service level agreements, which one is part of your SLAs, are made required effective vendor management skills. User support and training, IT managers also responsible for provide user support and training to employee to ensure they can effectively use IT systems and tools. Like if you're adopting something, there your employee are not known about that technology. So first you need to make them comfort. So how you are going to make them comfort? So you train them how they are going to work on that. So how effectively they can use their IT systems and tools. So addressing user queries, troubleshooting technical issues, and delivering training programs can be time consuming. So that is a challenges. Sometimes business alignment also challenges. So IT managers must align IT initiative and strategies with what kind of business of your enterprise. So according what kind of objective of your organization. So they align the what business need. So understanding the organizational need, collaborating with other department and effectively communicating the values of IT investment is critical for the success. What is the modern IT environment out there? So modern IT environment, you all aware about it. Like there are IoTs, there are different devices out there. We can right now using cloud computing. We use virtualization technique. So the current state of information technology and its surrounding organizational ecosystem encompasses the technological infrastructure, software applications, digital platforms, and networking systems that support business operations and enable digital transformation. So in IT environment, what are the technology infrastructure out there? What kind of softwares applications they use? What are the platforms that related to digital platforms? Networking systems, like what kind of networking devices out there? So all the support business operations that enabling the digital transformations. What are the key aspects of the modern IT environment? The first is the cloud compute. We all aware about on-demand access to computing resources. It is not always regarding they provide data through the remote storage. There are further functions like you can use hardware also, you can use software also, you can use internet. So computing resources like storage, software application, or the internet, it offer scalability, flexibility, cost efficiency, allowing organizations to adopt and pay as you go model. As you go model, how much you use that kind of functions. So according to the usage, you need to pay. And what are the way? Like with the help of internet, if you are doing coding and you don't store your code on your uh, physical device, that means if you uploading the data on further locations, that means that is part of your cloud. If you're using someone's machine, like for coding you use some other one's software, that means you use the resource, that software of particular uh, vendor. So how you are going to work on this part, that is part of your cloud computing. In virtualizations, the creation of virtual versions of hardware, like if your machines originally having the capability, but if you use that kind of software that also provide you a different kind of machines on the same machine, which one is you use. This means right now I am using these machines for presenting my PPT. At the time, if I am using any virtualization technique, like I am using virtual machines to work on different kind of like task, which one is already started in my computer, that is not affecting my physical computer. That means virtualization. Like if you want to use two operating system in your single machine, so we can easily work on that different operating system with the help of virtualization techniques. We can also use the storage, hardware, network. So it efficiently utilize physical resources, reduces infrastructure cost, and simplify the IT management and the deployment. Other one is like mobility and bring your device. BYOD, bring your device, which means with the proliferation of mobile devices such as smartphone and tablet, employee increasingly rely on the mobile technologies to access corporate data and applications. Like right now, if you need to work on the laptop, desktop, but by the time you can do your work with the help of smartphone, tablet, so how you are going to access the corporate data and applications? So BYOD policies allow employee to use their devices for work, enhance flexibility in productivity, and introducing security challenges. In other tasks like Internet of Things, the network of interconnected device embedded with sensors and softwares that collect and exchange data. So if we making some kind of like chips, we can say small gadgets, that is part of Internet of Things, that is helping us to enabling organization to leverage data from connected device to optimize operations, improve efficiency, and enhance customer experiences. Related to big data and analytics, like if your organization is storing large amount of data, so how you are going to analysis on their data. So data is generated by the various sources, including social media, sensors, and transactional systems. So organizations leverage big data analytics to extract valuable insights, make data-driven decisions, and gain a competitive edge. In AI or ML, these are the emerging technologies. They are enabling automations, like which one is you are using like daily task, that is regular basis you are doing. So if you using these tasks with the automations, so how you are going to do predictive analysis, NLP, natural language processing, like if you don't need to check everything, you just put that kind of NLP processes so they can easily extract the data from any platforms and given the decisions which one you want to put. So these technologies are used in various applications such as chatbot, recommendation systems, and fraud detections. Cybersecurity and data privacy, organizations must implement robust security measures, adopt encryption techniques, and adhere to data protections regulations to safeguard sensitive information. So we already discussed about cybersecurity, that is challenges also, and that is the modern technology part also. So how we are going to protect our data with cybersecurity, and what data related to your customer, stakeholder, employee, how we are going to uh, also look on that part, like how can we like secure data privacy. Agile and DevOps practices emphasizing interactive development, collaborations, and continuous integration and deployment. These approaches enable faster delivery of software solutions and more excellent responsiveness to the changing business requirement. So there are different technology, which one is giving like fast forward way to develop that kind of softwares. So that is part of your agile technology and DevOps practices. In digital transformations, if we adopt new digital business models, automating workflow, and imagining customer interactions, that is key part of modern IT environment. Then there is two major approaches which one is followed in the IT systems. So first one is centralization and second one is decentralization. Centralization, which one means all things are like there is point of connect is center. That means like there is a machine, there is a man who is coordinating, who is monitoring, who is like maintaining all kind of data regardless your particular functions. If we talk about the information technology, that means all the resources, decision making, and control uh, in any organization, it is part of central location or a department. So centralization involve consolidating IT resources, decision making, and control in a organization central locations for the department. Centralized IT management allow for streamlined processes, standardizations, and centralized governance, which one means if all kind of works it is maintained in your organization with the help of centralized system. That means all kind of processes, which one is allowed, that is part of a centralized system. If any standard you are follow, it is not for like single persons. That is kind of standard that person need to follow. It is formally followed by the all peoples, which one is part of that system. So all kind of governance, what kind of rules and regulations out there, that is also centralized governance. So benefit of centralized include improved efficiency, cost saving, through economics of scale, enhanced security and compliances, and easier implementation of organization-wide policies and standards. Like if you know, there is a center point of discussions. Like if you want to have some query regarding this, If there is a central system which one is only taking the query, that means there is a centralized system regarding your student related queries. So centralization can lead to better coordinations, consistency in IT operations, and easier implementation of the enterprise-wide technologies. In other way, there is decentralization. So decentralization involves delegating IT responsibilities, decision-making authorities, and resources to different department or business units. Decentralized IT management promote agility, flexibility, and responsiveness to local needs and priorities. So there is no centralized monitoring. All kind of like decisions making, that is individual basis. So like if there are different departments, so they have different kind of this IT responsibility, decision making authorities, and any resources to different departments and business. Decentralized IT management promote agility, which means they can work according to their choice, which means they can do according to the agility, flexibility, and responsiveness to local needs and priorities. Benefit of decentralizations include increased autonomy for individual units, faster decision making, customized solutions for specific business need, and improved innovation and creativity at the department level. Decentralization can foster a sense of ownership and accountability among different departments, leading to increased user satisfaction and better alignment of the IT with specific business functions. In IT security at any enterprises, how they are going to measure. So practices and measures implemented to protect the organizational information technology systems, network and data from unauthorized access. So what is the IT security? Which means we need to protect our data. We need to protect our infrastructure. We need to protect our systems. We need to protect our devices. So how we are going to do? So from who is like threat. So threat is like unauthorized people, unauthorized access, unauthorized use, unauthorized disclosures, disruptions, modifications, destructions. So security is an ongoing process in enterprises requiring technological measures, policies, and procedures. Employee awareness and a proactive approach to stay ahead of evolving threats. What are the key aspects of the IT security? It is part of risk assessment, security policies and procedures, access control, data protections, network security, employee awareness and training, incident response and recovery. So these are the like risk assessment, what kind of risk out there. So for that, we need to update our systems too. So security policies and procedures, what kind of right now approaches, which one is more feasible to protect our data. So what kind of things related to that kind of policies, procedures we need to follow. Access control, like we need to give only access with that kind of stakeholder who is part of that functions. So sometimes we give the access to all. That means the data breaches issues always there. So always we need to say data in between the authorities who is part of that process. Data protections, network security. We also involve employees, stakeholders to aware about these kind of IT security related measures. If they need any training regard of that, so we can also provide them. Sometimes some kind of incident related response, what kind of recovery, like there is a threat out there, how we are going to protect our data. So any incident whenever happens, so what our proactive approach to protect our data from that kind of incident, and how we are going to recover our data, that also we need to measure. Then how we are going to manage our vendors. So vendor management is also important. So it refers to the effectively managing relationships and interaction with third-party vendors who provide goods or services to an organization. It involves various activities such as vendor selections, contract negotiations, performance monitoring, and ongoing relationship management. So for that, like how we are going to do that part. So vendor management, first we need to identifying which vendor is good for as per our like requirement. So it is not always like they give us cost-effective materials. No, we need to check what kind of quality standard we are following our organizations. After that, what kind of rate they give, what kind of negotiations required for that, what kind of monitoring required to measure that performance, and any relationship if they already done. So how we are going to maintain ongoing relationship management. So this is regarding vendor management. One more topics remaining. I just sharing another slide. So wait for 2 minutes. There is a small topics we had left. So I'll just taking all these kind of topics. So in that part, we also like what kind of like social issues in media related part. It is like uh, how this is giving us advantages in some kind of is also impacting the attention also. So what is about social issues and media related because half part of this portion we already done. So related to the social issues and media impact going to take. So along with it many advantages, social media also bring forth a range of social issues and impact that is a deserve. Like if you are a part of any organizations, if we are using these kind of social medias, which one is part of our life because we involving day by day in uh, different kind of social media tools. So how they are going to impact regardless media also. So social issues and media impact. So explore the profound influences of social media on society, highlighting both the positive and negative consequences we already know. So it examines how social media has transformed how we consume news, like whenever we receive any news, any article, so how we are going to engage? So whenever we engage in public disclosure and form of social connections, so it delves into the impact of social media on various aspects of our lives, like it impacting including like personal relationship, mental health, privacy, and social activism. What is the significant social issues due to social media? So sometimes, no, every times we also checking up what kind of false news out there. So spread of misinformation and fake news, it is a problematic situation. So with the ease of sharing informations online, false narrative can quickly gain tractions and influence public opinion. So the impact of such misinformation on political event, public health crisis, and societal perception is a critical area of concern. So sometimes we receive some kind of information that is not complete information. Sometimes it is wrong also. But these misinformation we can't judge and we just forward to others. So it is always give that kind of impact. So it is influenced by the public opinion in different perceptions. Erosion of the privacy. So the abundance of personal data shared on the social media platform raises question about the data security, surveillance, and the ethical use of the user informations. We also aware about the cyber bullying and online harassment. So negative impact of social media on mental health and well-being, some other way, like online hate speech and radicalizations, digital device who is not having the capability of digital space. Like there is some such areas in like we can say digital divide is differentiate in term of like you can have the access of digital things like you have the internet visibility, you have the capability to access these kind of devices which one is giving you the access of the digital or the internet space. But in some areas there is still not reach regarding like digital space. Right now if we talking about the online educations, so online educations also divide in part of digital, because in some areas like all the student which one is part of this online kind of learning, if they don't have the access of this kind of internet in their area, so how can they access the kind of facility? So it is dividing. So not everyone have the equal access to internet and digital technologies, that leading to a digital divide between those with access to online resources and opportunities and those without access. So this can access separate existing inequalities in the educations, employment, and social participations. Online addictions and dependency, because excessive use of these kind of digital platforms. So excessive use of the internet, social media, and online gaming can lead to addictions and dependency, adversely affecting individuals' mental health, relationship, and overall well-being also. Sometimes online scams and fraud also there. So that is impacting regarding social issues. So the internet is a breeding ground for various scams and fraudulent activities such as phishing. Phishing, if someone is uh, like accessing your data, identity theft, online financial fraud, if someone is calling and get access of your bank transactions, if they provide some kind of OTP and they can access, then they like deduct your some amount from your bank. So all kind of these frauds also part of like scams regarding these. So individual may fall victim to these scams, leading to the financial loss and personal distress. In digital footprint and reputations, sometimes information shared online can have long-lasting consequences on an individual's reputations and personal and professional life. Inappropriate or compromising content can have a detrimental impact on an individual's prospect. It also sometimes gives the online child exploitations. That means the internet poses risk to children in adolescent age. They can be vulnerable to online grooming, exploitations, and exposure to inappropriate content. Child predators often exploit online platforms to target victims. Online copyright infringement, which means if the age of copying and distributing digital content has led to widespread copyright infringement, impacting the creative industries and artists' ability to protect and monetize their work. What is the media impact? So media also, the influence and effect that media, including traditional and digital platforms, have on individuals, communities, and societies. Media plays a powerful role in shaping public opinion, disseminating information, and influencing social, cultural, and political dynamics. It also can shape perceptions, attitude, behavior, and has the potential to both reflect and shape societal norms. In both way, the media impact in different way, like influencing behavior and attitude, like media content, including advertisement, entertainment, social media can shape individuals' behavior, attitude, and belief. It can influence consumer choices, social norms, public opinion on various topics, such as lifestyle choices, political ideologies, and social issues. Reflecting and shaping cultural norms also. So media reflect and influences cultural norms by portraying and enforcing specific values, belief, and behavior. It can shape societal expectations, beauty standards, gender roles, and cultural practices. Media often plays a crucial role in shaping and reflecting cultural trend and movement. In political influence, media significantly impact political processes and democratic participations. It can shape public opinion, influence elections outcomes, and hold political leaders accountable through investigate journalism and public scrutiny. If some government is doing not right thing, but if media helping them to promote their opinion, promote their like ideologies, that also impacting our societies. So by the time some media platforms also giving that kind of uh, process, which one is not good for the democracy. So media can also be used for propaganda or manipulations, influencing political ideology and creating polarizations. Influencing which we already done. So what is the, it is already we had done. So responsibilities, use of media platforms, what our like what is the responsibilities whenever we use these kind of media platform. So critical conceptions, which one means it is very important whenever we get any information. So we need to verify the credibility of the sources. We need to fact check information before sharing and be mindful of potential biasness or misinformation. So we always that kind of mindful because we need to if we sharing something, so we always check first, verify who is sending these kind of uh, data, and if you getting that data from a credible source, so you need to fact check that information also. So always avoid spreading false or harmful information that can contribute to negative outcomes. Ethical engagement, engage responsibly and ethically in online discussions, respecting diverse perspective and promoting constructive dialogues. Be mindful of impact of words, action, and avoid engaging in cyberbullying, assessment, or hate speech. Whenever your presence on any social media platforms, you need to be ethical. Your engagement, whenever your presence out there, you don't include any hate speeches, any cyberbullying, harassment related things. Privacy and security, always use strong and unique password, enable two-factor authentications, and be cautious of phishing attempts and suspicious links. Also responsible whenever you create content. So create and share content responsibly, considering the potential impact on others and the broader community. Ensure the accuracy, authenticity, and fairness in the content which when you are going to produce. So always respect copyright laws and intellectual properties right when using or sharing content with others. Don't copy any data from any other person. So what kind of intellectually property rights are there, IPR, so need to know about the IPR. Sometimes you collaborate someone. So what kind of collaboration guidelines? So foster an environment that encourage respectful communications, constructive feedback, and shared ownership of the work. Define roles and responsibilities. Set goals and deadlines and establish conflict resolutions and decision-making mechanism. Digital well-being, maintain a healthy balance between online and offline activities. Be mindful of the time spent on the media platform in prioritize self-care, mental health, and real-world connections. Set boundaries and limit on the media uses to prevent addiction or excessive reliance on the digital platform. So, vote your presence on the social media platforms. So, always check yourself how much time you consume out there, what kind of uh, purpose, like how you are going to spend that time over there, so it is meaningful or not. So for that, how you are going to maintain your well-being, always meaningful. Responsible influence, recognize media platforms influences on others and use the influence responsibly. Consider the potential consequences of the content share and strive to contribute positively to conversations and communities. Support causes and initiatives that promote social goods and responsible use of the media platform. Continuous learning, stay informed about the evolved nature of media platforms, what their policies and the challenges they present. Engage in the ongoing learning and educations about digital media, privacy, security, and responsible online behavior. Always stay updated on the best practices, emerging trend to adopt and respond effectively. This part we already done, so no worry about that. From my side, I already include all kind of topics which one is in your syllabus. If you want to discuss anything regarding your subjects, any topic, you can put your queries through chat. I will considering. So for 5 to 10 minutes, I am giving that time for you. If you have any queries session regarding any topic I need to revise, so I will taking. You just writing your queries into the chat.
Yes, that's good.
Okay, thank you everyone. We will meet in the next session. So all the best for your exams. Thank you all.